Hi everyone, I'm Hannah.
And I'm Celine.
And welcome to the
We Are Podcast. Today is another Funday Friday episode where we talk about some crazy experiences and stupid experiences. And just
traumatic experiences.
Yeah, alright, just experiences of our lives that were memorable in some way.
You want to go first?
No.
Okay, fine. I'll go first. I had weird experiences. Let's talk about
the Ted Bundy one.
Ted Bundy. Looking back, I don't even think this is that big of a deal, but at the time, it was
it's
insane to me. So, I never really was into serial killers. I just don't think my mom wanted me to watch about it, because I was just I was 11 at the time probably, and so. I was just kind of living my life, and then I came across a Ted Bundy documentary, and I was curious because I heard that he was this creep, and so I wanted to learn about the creep. And so
it's fascinating.
Yeah, it's weird how those people's minds think.
It is. It's creepy.
Anyway, I was looking at it, and I remember very vividly they were describing the situation at a fair, and by the way, Ted Bundy is a serial killer, in case you didn't know. But he was at a fair, and this is where they really described his car. And his car was this yellow Volkswagen Bug or some yellow model. I forget the model now, but it's this pastel yellow, very rare color, a very pastel yellow. This Volkswagen model, old.
Kind of like this color, right?
No, pastel.
Okay.
Very pastel.
No. Okay.
And, so I was oh, that's so weird. And I was freaking out the whole night. And at the time, me and my brother would go to the gym every day because that was just, our summer routine. And so we went to the gym. And in the parking lot, the car, I, turned around because we parked. The car right behind us was the same model of the Volkswagen. The same pale yellow color. And it's I knew he got executed. I knew he died. But that just, I thought it was an omen or something.
That's creepy. But I feel because it's the day after.
Yes.
That's the creepiest.
It's not the week after. It was the day after.
If you saw it, a year after, whatever. But the fact that it's the day after you just decided to watch that is so
And that's such a rare car, too. I don't see that.
Yeah, you've never seen it in your life, probably.
I've probably seen, bugs, but not that Volkswagen. It was just so and they discontinued it, I think, in, 2003. I Googled it afterwards because I was what is happening? It's so creepy.
It's so weird.
So creepy.
I once, went searching for ghosts in my basement, and it was interesting.
Why?
I don't know. Okay, so we have a flashing light in our hallway, which is sketchy, and our lights are interesting. They sometimes just do whatever they want, but we were there's a ghost, and then we looked everywhere, and we convinced ourselves there were ghosts, and we would be oh, that backpack just moved, even though it didn't. We saw someone in the lamp, even though we didn't, but we would just convince ourselves.
That's great.
It was kind of funny though. We were young children running around hunting for ghosts.
That was fun. Did you find any? How did you hunt for them? What did you
do? We looked for signs. We would look in, the closet, and then we would go away, and then we would look back to see if anything moved, or, if anything changed, or we would look for, shadows or figures. So it was interesting.
That's great.
It was during, summer, and we were really bored, so we were
honestly,
you know what?
I get that.
Okay, what are experiences that we've had together that are crazy or,
I don't know.
Weeds? The weed one.
Oh! That happened right before we filmed.
That was kind of sad. So I have a path by my house. We were walking on it, and there was this barrel thing that said free weed, so we're okay. I picked 5 of them. She picked 2.
Yeah, I thought I meant free flowers, because people call flowers weeds.
There was a thing, and it said free weeds, and there were flowers, so we're oh. And then we realized that it was a joke.
And then we came home, and Celine's dad was do you know that was a joke, right? And we're we just picked 5 of them, or I picked 5 of them. I picked this one. That's pretty.
I was that. We were oh, that's really nice. That's weirdly nice. No wonder.
Yeah, I think what they meant was that you could pick the weeds, the actual weeds.
So lesson learned: don't be as gullible as us. Don't Don't pick random people's weeds, okay?
Yeah. I feel bad now. But anyway.
That was their fault.
Oh, we would like prank text people.
Oh, that was kind of funny.
So one time we prank tested someone and we pretended to be someone. It was harmless. It wasn't like anything mean. It was just like we pretended to be like this distant person that they met like once in their life. And then they were like, okay. And then the person that we were pretending to be texted her.
That was so hilarious. And then I was just like,
me no speak English.
No English yet.
Oh, and I like prank called Pizza Hut, right?
Oh my gosh.
I pretended I was like this Italian like farmer who wanted chicken or something.
That was really funny.
That was interesting.
Wait, Italian?
Or like Asian.
Oh yeah.
Chinese.
And
or like
you called like Mod Pizza. Mod Pizza was so nice.
Oh, and one time I pretended to be like this French connoisseur from like Malaysia. Don't ask me why a French person is in Malaysia.
That's hilarious.
And then there was one lady who was so nice. She was like, yeah, I'm sorry. I think you got the wrong number.
Yeah, and she said the thing about like chicken because Hana was like asking for chicken.
That was great.
It was funny. Okay, what about the ski one? The ski one.
Oh, this is like honestly. Okay, so I used to ski a lot. Kind of a hobby. I almost did it like as a sport, like competitively, but it's just really hard to like drive up there, to the ski place, all the time. So it didn't really last. But one time we were like at the top of a mountain. And it was a new mountain. Me and my brother, we would ski together because my parents didn't ski, and so we were trying to go down, and we kind of got lost because the signs were like weird, and we didn't listen to them. And
smart.
There was like, it was kind of early, so there was no one there really, and so we just went down this path, and we realized like there was like an abandoned shaft, because a lot of ski places they just stop using like their chairlifts, and there was an abandoned chairlift, right? And the chairlift was like so weird. There was like seats were like upside down, and
that's
like
creepy.
Half of them were hanging off, and there was no one there. No one going on this path. You were not supposed to go on this path, and there was like no one there. We were starting to get creeped out.
Yeah, I would too.
The abandoned shafts were like, okay, there's no one here. Like, that was the worst it could get. And so we continued to, like, go down. And there was, like, like, the people who manage the lifts, they are in, like,
the lifties.
Yeah, whatever. They have little, like, cabin sort of things to, like, manage the ski lift. And so at the halfway point, there was, like, one of those cabins. And we were like, oh, what if there's someone there that can help us down? And we look. And inside the cabin, and then there's like this picture frame of this dude, and it was like Joe or something, or like John or something. I forget the name. Something Joe, John.
Okay, something about the name John reminds me of like ghost stuff. But
Joe/John, I don't know their name.
Yeah,
so Joe/John, and we were like, that is so creepy, and it was locked, and there was just flowers around it, right? Like it seemed like he died or something. It was so weird, and we were just like, get out, get out, get out.
Yeah.
And eventually we found our way down, and we were like, oh god, that was terrifying. It was scary. It was awful, and. Like, we went skiing, like, 2 weeks later, because we would go, like, every other week or, like, every 2 weeks. And we were, like, with a group, because we were doing, like, I think, like, a lesson. And they were, like, talking about this horror story of, like, this guy who, like, died tragically. And he worked at the place, and his name was John. And it was, like a mystery. It was so creepy.
Oh, wait, and so you walked by, like, the ski
shaft where he worked? I don't know. It was so weird.
So creepy. Okay, so is that it for? I think the first half.
Do you want to tell one more story?
I'm trying to think.
Maybe a lighthearted one to end it off.
Okay. Oh, I'll just talk about one of my stupid moments.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yep.
when I was walking backwards in a library, and I bruised my knee for like a week, and I just want to tell the world not to walk backwards in libraries.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
She's just typing randomly.
I just like this keyboard, okay?
We got laptops for our school.
This is one of them. Alright, so, I don't know. I really can't think of anything else for the first half. I'm trying to come up with stuff.
Let's just go on to the second half.
Alright.
I hope you enjoyed our creepy stories. There's better ones in the second half, I'll tell you that.
I feel like second half is going to be more funny.
Yeah,
or
there
like,
is some interesting ones. But anyway. Welcome back from the break.
To start off this episode, I thought we would do a contest. Who can say wallaby better?
Wallaby.
Wallaby!
Ew! Mine's better.
That was so much better. You're stupid. Okay.
Wait, let's do it again.
Okay. Wallaby.
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 Alright, that was so
we're
cringy.
getting so carried away. Okay. So, alright, I'm gonna talk about, like, one of the ones that was, I don't know, I was so confused during this one, but I was like, there's this, like,
yeah.
It's like a dog park, but they have a path, right? And it's, like, near it, so I run on it, like, with my mom, and I was just getting out of the car, and this dude's in this car, and he's like, do you want to go to the movies or something? And
didn't he say, like, let's go to the movies, baby?
yeah, or something like that he said baby, and I was like, like, I didn't know this kid, okay? Like, I had no idea what was happening. But I thought he was talking to someone else. So I was like, I didn't say anything. I was just like, I thought he was talking to someone, like, in his car. And then my mom's like, he was talking to you. And I'm like, what?
Oh, God. And he, like,
so
apparently he, like,
weird.
saw her mom.
Oh, yeah. And then he's just like,
Oh.
And I forgot, his friend said something, too. I think he, like, there was this dude in the car, like, his friend. And he was like, sorry for my friend or something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's
That
so
was
sketchy.
That was
The fact that you didn't even know.
No, I was so confused. I was like, what is happening? Like, I didn't even know they were talking to me. Half the time when something happens, I just don't even know.
Moral of the story, don't bring someone with you if you are like mostly if you're a girl or if you're
I mean, it's the sad reality.
Yeah.
Like, it's just sad.
I mean, it's reality. What can you do?
I know. Okay, you need to talk about the geese.
Ah, the geese. So, I used to live in a house where, like, it was next to, like, a golf course. Not really next to it. It was kind of far away, but it was, like, in the same area. And there was, like, lots of geese in those, like, golf area things. I don't know. I didn't live really right next to it. But, geese, like, got out, and they were, like, in my neighborhood.
Oh, that's so cute.
It was cute.
Until you got attacked.
And so, like, I was like, they were scared, and I didn't know what to do, and I didn't, like, my mom was, or not my mom, like, the neighbors were like, don't call anyone, or, like, it's okay, they'll find their way back, because the people, if you call them, they're gonna, like, hurt them or something. I don't know. And so I was like, I don't know what to do. So I, like, got, like, crackers or something, and I was, like, trying to feed them because they looked hungry.
Oh, my goodness.
And so it was, by the way, it was, like, a mother duck and, like, 8 little baby geese. Or not duck, geese.
Can you explain to us in detail what happened after
I literally have a video. I might insert the video of me being attacked here.
Please
but
do. But if you're listening to it on Anchor, then you can't even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was, like, feeding them, and they were eating it, and she, like, hissed at me. And, like, when I got too close, she, like, opened her eyes and go, like a snake. It was so weird.
That's terrifying.
I know. She's a little hissy snake.
Oh, so you got attacked by a goose.
Yeah.
Or, like,
and then one time I got too close, and she literally ran after me, like, pelted after me.
You were being
she
wild
chased
goose
me,
chase.
Literally, she chased me. I think I got too close to her children because I was trying to, because they were eating the crack because they were hungry. But one of I guess I threw it too far, so I was trying to throw it closer and.
That's so terrifying. Traumatic.
I have a video of it. It's so sad.
Okay, so my other one is like It's not really funny, actually. So, but I'm just gonna say it because it was kind of scary.
Traumatic. We're talking about traumatizing traumatizing experience as well. So you know.
So I have allergies.
Oh yeah.
To many things, including like tree nuts and penicillin. But so I had this like fake chicken burger that was like mycoprotein corn. It was really weird. It's like corn with a Q. Okay, so I ate this and like I was fine for like an hour, and then I went on a run and I got incredibly nauseous and like a stomach ache, and then like my eye swelled so much you could barely even see my eye.
Oh my god.
And then my ears itched, so like I knew at that point that I was having an allergy. So then so then I went to the emergency room and they gave me an EpiPen and they made me stay there for 4 hours until midnight, which was fun. Because every time they give you an EpiPen, they have to make sure you don't need another dose, so you have to wait 4 hours.
And I didn't even know this until the day after, because she didn't bring her phone.
Yeah. I didn't bring my phone because it was so random and sudden, and I was just like going with the flow, like, okay.
I was like, she just casually, like, oh yeah, I had like an allergic reaction. I was at the ER for like 5 hours. I'm like, whoa.
You're like, what's happening?
Rewind
5 steps. So, I mean, I just, like, if you have an allergy, I think it's definitely important to carry an EpiPen, because in those situations it can be dangerous. And if someone else is having an allergy, take them to the hospital or give them an EpiPen or Benadryl if it's not that serious. So
yeah.
Well, we can talk about like unpreventable illnesses like allergies and like cancer and like stuff that are just unpreventable, like diabetes. So
yeah, we actually have a section of that on our website, which is linked in the bio if you want to check it out. But I'm gonna talk about something that happened to me in London. So I normally don't go like out of the country, but we were like I have family in India and Canada and England.
Wow.
So I have family everywhere. And probably other places that I don't even know. But I have family everywhere. So one like I haven't seen like my cousins that live in like those countries in like 10 years probably.
Wow.
And so my parents were like, oh yeah, I think it's time we go see them again. And so we arranged a trip to London and then to India, which is like London, Paris, and India, because they're all right next to each other, so we would have been going the same way, but we just made it so that
you could stop at
we could London. Stop at it and like look at it for a couple weeks, and it was really fun, and I'm really thankful about that. But one time we were at the Crown Jewels, which in case you didn't know.
This is such a good story.
We were at the Crown Jewels, and in case you didn't know, those are like the most expensive, exquisite jewels in the entire world. They are the queen of like London's their crowns, the queen like kings and queens all over the world, like places that they conquered, like their crowns. They are,
oh my god,
I mean, they're probably worth like collectively billions of dollars.
Oh my god.
They are insane, and they keep them super high security. There is glass cases over them, and it's very like a big deal. And the area that they're in is also really cool looking. It looks like a little fortress, but
that's cool. So what happened in the Crown Jewel?
So we were in there, and I'm a person that likes to know the history behind everything. Like I like knowing the details. I like staring at the pretty jewels.
Yes.
And so me and my mom, like my brother and my dad were just sick of it, so they went to go get ice cream. Like they finished it.
Oh my god.
And it's kind of like a path, so like there's turns and stuff, and then at the end there's like this gate thing or not a gate, just like an opening where you leave. And so my mom was done too, and she's like, oh, just come out when you're done. And I'm like, okay. And so I was still looking at like the jewels, and there was families looking, and this was back in like 2018. And we were like looking all around, and I was just enjoying it. And I was looking at like one of these huge ruby things in a crown, and all of a sudden like these like it's like a chamber kind of, so like there's like, it's not a gate, but you know like when they're like on top,
like,
and it, like, slams down.
Oh, it's kind of like when you're driving your car and you have to, like, get through the gate. Is it kind of like that? Or, like...
Yeah, but instead of, like, opening, like, horizontally,
it goes up and down.
It, like,
okay.
slams
vertically.
Down. Yeah, and I was like, oh, what is this? And I was like, what is happening? What is this? And I wasn't really freaking out, because I'm probably like, oh, whatever. And there was just families around me, and they were, like, joking, so it kind of, like, calmed me down. But my mom, she was freaking out. She was outside. She apparently, like, she was, like, talking to some, like, guard to try to get me out, because she thought I was free. I was fine. I did not care.
Yeah, you were probably enjoying that.
I thought it was fun. I was like, I'm on an adventure.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my god, this is great. And my mom was freaking out. I heard people calling my name. I was like, I just didn't pay attention. I was like, no, whatever. They're probably saying someone else's name. And then there was, like, a guard that's, like, calling my name and, like, looking through the crowd. I thought she was calling someone else because my name, like, it could be mixed, like, Anna or Hannah or, like, someone.
Yeah, it kind of sounds similar.
Yeah, I mean, mine's better, but, like, no, I'm joking. I'm joking. Mine's not better. Everyone's name is beautiful. But my name's just different, so, like, I was just like, whatever. And then the gates, like, open, and everyone's, like, coming out, and I was so confused. And then I see my mom, and she was like, oh, my God, are you okay? Like, And I'm like, don't worry, Mom, I'm fine. And she's like, I'm like, what happened? And she's like, apparently there was, like a false alarm that they thought someone, like, was trying to steal the jewels.
Oh, my God.
And so they locked me in.
No, that is such an iconic
I can say
adventure.
that I just, like, got locked in the crown jewels.
That is such an adventure.
Even though it was a false alarm.
That sounds really fun, honestly.
It was very interesting.
That is such a fun adventure.
Yeah.
Okay, let me think.
Any others?
Oh, I did get
one more.
I was on vacation. It was, like, in the U.S. So, but it was, like, we were on this hike. So we usually, like, hike a lot when we go on vacation. We were on this hike, and we were, like, in the middle of it. We're walking back, and it starts, like, getting, like, cloudy. So we're like, oh, we should get back. It's gonna storm. And then randomly it starts pouring rain and lightning, and we're, like, freaking out. Everyone's, like, screaming and freaking out. And, like, my parents are like, oh, we need to go here, and no, we need to go there. So I was just running around. And then we, like, went, like, under the trees, because, like, I don't know. People tell you to, like, lay flat on the ground, but doesn't, like, lightning pass through the ground? So, like, that doesn't even,
I think it helps you from, like, because if you get, if you're, like, stand up, then it's, like, the lightning wants to strike the thing that's closest to it.
Yeah.
So I think if you're lower to the
yeah,
ground.
but I guess our reasoning was, like, the trees are taller than us, so they would hit the trees first.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Like, if we saw the trees burning, we would just run, you know? I don't know if that's flawed logic or not. But we were freaking out, and then we just started, like, running down, and then finally it cleared up, but that was...
Thunder's so scary. I would have been terrified.
No, because it was, like, lightning, and, like, we were... there was, like, one other family farther up, but besides that, we were, like, the only people. And it was freaky.
Sounds fun.
And it was, like, dark. But, and also, it was an area where there's, like, a hotel nearby. We weren't staying at it, but it was, like, a hotel that's, like... Something about it is so creepy, and there's, like,
Hotel
a lake.
Transylvania.
It reminds me of, like, The Shining, and there was this, like, dark lake, and it was...
Oh, that's great.
It was interesting.
That sounds fun, though. I think it would have been an adrenaline rush.
It kind of was fun, though. I was scared, but it was kind of fun. All right. What is your last one?
My last one... Wait, what was my last one?
Oh, wait,
I'm just hallucinating.
Oh, didn't you meet some famous, like, actor?
No, I was gonna think something else.
Wasn't there some pizza store in London, or, like...
Oh,
was
that?
Oh,
okay, so we were in... It was in Paris. This is gonna sound so... preppy. I promise I'm not, like, it was just a once-in-a-lifetime trip because we wanted to see our family.
It's not like you go to Paris every weekend. It's not like...
No, I don't. It's just, for, like, a family trip, and it was very fun, and I'm very grateful I got to do it.
Yeah.
But we were in Paris, and, you know, like, the hotels are so expensive, so we actually found this dude that was, like, renting out his apartment, for, like, tourists, so we rented it for, like, a week, and it was actually really nice. But we were, like, there, and me and my mom are, like, more, like, adrenaline junkies.
Yeah.
So we were, like, oh, we want to go explore the cities. We're only here like once in a lifetime. We want to go explore. And my brother and my dad are like, no, I want to go to the hotel and eat croissants. So
that's hilarious. No, I want food, not adrenaline.
Yeah. I was like, I want to go to the. I want to go. So we went. We were like walking. We didn't have any transportation.
Right.
And it starts. We're like in this alley and we kind of know where we are, but not really.
Kind of, but not really. That's helpful.
And so it starts raining, like pouring, and there's like a bookstore right next to us in the alley.
Oh, I love
bookstores. Like, run into the bookstore, and it's so cute, and everything's in French, and we don't understand a thing. I studied French in elementary, and I understood like 2 words.
Yeah, bonjour, au revoir.
And we're like, we have to get out of here. So we get out, and it's worse, and we don't have umbrellas, so we're just dripping, and we're running around. And we don't know where we are, and we find this pizza shop, and we're like, well, we're lost, but we're also hungry, so...
Honestly, what is it with rain? Like, there's something about
rain. And it was, like,
rain.
hidden. It was at the very end of, like, this little creaky
so
alley.
Cute,
it reminded me of, like, the Hogwarts thing, like, the alleyway.
What if you had opened that door and then been transported into Hogwarts? No, that would have been the story of a lifetime.
Yeah. Sadly, I wasn't. But the pizza was the best pizza I've ever had in my entire life. It was, like, in squares. They didn't do it, like, the triangles.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those. Yeah. The ones that do that.
I think Europeans do that because it's more practical.
Interesting. Was it thick crust or thin crust?
I think it was thin crust.
I like thin crust, too.
Me, too. It was so good. It was the bomb pizza.
Me so hungry.
We go out and we're like, well, we're still lost. So we just like walk around and we ask the tourists, and French people are so mean. They're like the meanest people ever, and they're like, I do not know tourist. And we're like, well, I do no Espanol. Like, no hablo Espanol. No, that's Spanish. I'm joking.
I was gonna say. All right, interesting.
Yeah, and Spanish so we're freaking out, and then we see like a sign for like the tram, right? And so we go down. The tram is closed. We walk for 3 miles in the middle of pouring rain, looking for a train station, and we literally can't find one. And then we asked this dude, and we like tried to use our GPS, but we got lost like 5 times. And then eventually we found this dude, and he's like, "Oh, it's over there." And then we like got lost.
A nice we found dude, actually.
We found it. He was He was English though. He wasn't French. So
well. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
That sounds so fun.
We found our way home.
I want to get lost and find a beautiful pizza shop in a sketchy alley in the pouring rain.
That was great.
And get lost in a crown jewel.
Those are our story times.
A lot of people have had really crazy life events and just interesting experiences.
We probably have more we just can't remember.
I can't. Here's the thing with me. Like, you ask me what my favorite song is, I have no idea because I have favorite songs, but I can't think of one. Yeah. And it's, like, the same thing with this. Like, I can't think of anything, even though. But, you know. All right. I think that's it for today.
All of our social medias will be linked in the bio. Please follow us. We post a lot on there.
Feel free.
You can also DM us if you want any.
Feel free to share any experiences that are crazy, funny, stupid. You know, we've all had our fair share of them.
Yeah, and you can email us if you want us to talk about anything.
Why are you ripping apart the flower?
Flower petal.
Okay. Anyways,
you can DM us or email us if you want to hear anything, and check out our website, because that is cool. Our website is great, by the way.
You say that every episode.
It's great. We worked so hard on that thing.
We did.
It's like moderately sketchy, but
the saddest part was the citations. Like, we don't go. No, that is a traumatic life event.
That's extremely traumatic. But follow us and.
Thank you for listening
and for watching.
Goodbye.
Bye.